Hugh, you might get petty during this segment because, before there's smoke, there's fire type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm smelling some smoke here with the Philadelphia Phillies and Bryce Harper. All right, so last week, Dave Dombrowski took to the podium, end of the season press conference, and whether or not you agreed with Dave Dombrowski, I know last week you were fine with what he had to say. Hugh, I think we would agree that it was not normal, right? Like, it was not the kind of thing you would, if before the press conference, I would have said to you, he fired
a salvo.
Yeah, and really, it was odd because in 6 years with Bryce Harper here, they have never publicly said he's anything but everything they ever wanted. And last week, let's hear it. Last week, Dave Dombrowski, he changed the conversation with the Phillies and Bryce Harper. Here it was.
In Bryce's case, of course, he's still a quality player. He's still a all-star caliber player. He didn't have an elite season like he has had in the past. And I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good. I mean, it's not like it's like if you say to me, I look around the league, I was trying to think, Freddie Freeman. He's a really good player, right? He still is a good player. Is he elite like he was before? Probably not to the same extent, and so that's nothing negative. Freddie's a tremendous player, and that's, to me, is Bryce. Can he rise to the next level again? I don't really know that answer. I mean, and really, he's the one that will dictate that more than anything else. I mean, it's what it comes down to. So I don't think he's content with the year that he had. And again, it wasn't a bad year. But when I think of Bryce Harper, you're thinking elite, right? You're thinking one of the top 10 players in baseball, and I don't think it fit into that category. But again, very good player. I have no idea when you see somebody. I have seen guys at his age, again, he's not old, that level off. Or I've seen guys rise again.
So in a very diplomatic Dave Dombrowski buttoned-up way.
He ain't the cat he used to be. That's what he said.
You translated it, but that's what he said.
That's basically what he said.
We all wondered. So there was a lot to unpack last week. Some people liked it. I didn't think it was the right thing for an executive to do, whether or not it was true or not.
It was telling. But it was telling, Joe.
And now what we all wondered was, what's the reaction going to be? Well, we got it yesterday through his agent. I mean, but come on. Scott Boras responded yesterday. Christian Red, baseball journalist, he got quotes from Scott Boras, who's the agent in baseball, of course, Bryce Harper's agent. Here are some of the quotes as Boras responds to Dombrowski. Quote, "I agree that Harper missed time due to injury and that his volume was down, but other than that, Bryce Harper is performing at an elite level on a number of characteristics that we keep track of." He talked about expected baseball stats, exit velocity, all the things they look at. Boras is saying, no, Dave. He's still an elite player. He also added this, Hugh, and this is where my antenna went up. Quote, "I don't think that Dave or John," obviously Dombrowski Middleton is who's referenced there, "or anybody is contemplating Bryce Harper not being a Philadelphia Philly for the rest of his career." So Scott Boras chose yesterday to respond to Dave Dombrowski, Hugh, and then throw out, I don't think anyone's thinking about trading him. In 6 years, nobody has talked about trading Bryce Harper. In fact, other than me coming up with a hypothetical 3 summers ago about Juan Soto, no one has ever uttered, whether it be the Phillies, whether it be Boras, whether it be a reporter, no one has uttered the words, trade Bryce Harper in 6 years. And I'm starting to connect some dots here, Hugh. 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, a week and a half ago, Ruben Amaro threw out the idea that they could...
A big-name player.
Big-name player. On our show, Devin... her thought when she heard it, she was co-hosting with him, was maybe that was Bryce Harper. You thought it could make some sense. Then Dombrowski. Now where is Boras coming from with nobody's expecting a trade here? Like, there is something going on between the Phillies and Bryce Harper, and if you're ignoring it, that's on you.
As I sit here, Joe, I wish I had the time to do what the kids call mind my tweets.
Okay.
And go back and comment on all the individuals that had the nerve and audacity to say that it was an asinine thought of mine and then throw out stats to me and all this other stuff. Listen, this is where stats don't mean a damn thing. You listen to what's being said. And all y'all can kiss my ass right now because that take that I had, like all the rest of my takes, are fire.
Well, I don't know about all, but this one maybe.
Takes.
This one maybe.
And for certain individuals that had something to say about me having this take, you could really kiss my tushy. I ain't gonna give you too many asses right now. Because I saw a lot of people start to look up when I said that. Yeah. But this is where, when you talk about having a take or thinking outside the box, nothing is off limits here. And when you say people have stupid takes and stuff like that, you end up making yourself look stupid. So kiss my butt.
Well, I got one more for you. Joel Sherman. And I would say, Hugh, in terms of like the insiders in baseball.
Trying to mine these tweets for all the people. Oh, that was a terrible
Well,
take.
I want to play one more for you while you mine those tweets. Joel Sherman, one of the better baseball insiders, right, for a long time now. Listen to Joel Sherman on his podcast yesterday talking about Bryce Harper, the Phillies, Dombrowski, Boras, and what could happen this offseason.
Clearly, Dombrowski's comments, Dombrowski's been around way too long to have said that without having some meaning behind
That's
it.
What I thought, too.
I continue to wonder if the meaning is the player is unhappy with his contract, and this was a kind of side glance back at, I could take some shots here, too, if you'd like me to do that. Why don't we both settle down? I mean, I don't know. Like, I that's pure speculation.
Recklessly.
But would I be 100% shocked if Bryce Harper got traded this offseason? No.
That one, again, 6 years he's been here. Other than me on my evening show 4 years ago, coming up with a hypothetical, no one is in any space in baseball that's a reporter that actually is reporting has connected those words in 6 years. No one has ever thought of Bryce Harper getting traded. No rumors ever been out there. All of a sudden, in a week and a half, all these things are popping up. Hugh, I got my eye on this Bryce Harper thing, and I don't know where it goes from here. But this is something is going on here between the Phillies and Bryce Harper. And if I had to guess, I think it is about the contract. I think what he said publicly 2 years ago, remember he wanted the new contract? Who knows how often Boras has been bothering them behind the scenes
about getting this contract
and they're tired of it, and they're like, we're not paying you. You got to deal with it. And now this is becoming a public
Dombrowski
thing.
coming out and saying exactly what he said about his stats being down, justifying him not getting the contract. Yeah. And listen, this is what's about to happen, because I know it's about to happen. Now people are going to start flooding my timeline talking about, Joel Sherman's been talking out the side of his neck for years. Okay, Joel Sherman also has been a reporter in this game for years, and he probably knows more than you do and has boots on the ground when it comes to stuff like this. So my point is, don't discredit people that know more than you do. You're sitting at your house or whatever, or playing with your children, and you got people out there that do this every day, and they're talking about it. So I suggest you do this. Pick a side. Either you're going to play with your kids or you're going to do the job that you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? But you can't have it both ways. That was vague enough, wasn't it? It was a little vague.
I think so.
Okay. I won't get in trouble for that.
I think you're good. You're good. You like analogies, right?
Ass.
You like analogies, right?
Yes.
Okay. We like to do analogies sometimes. You ever been out? You could just be observing, or you're with another couple, right?
Yes.
And if they look like they're fighting in public,
it's probably a fight.
And it's probably worse behind the scenes. So it doesn't mean that couple's going to get divorced. But if I told you that couple got divorced 5 years later,
would it surprise you?
No, or 5 months later. Like when people publicly start going at it, something's off. And this is the first time in 6 years it's been anything but Bryce Harper, is basically going to die in this uniform. Kyle, what do you make of this? Because I officially now, after the Boras comments and after Joel Sherman there, I have my eye on the Bryce Harper Philly situation.
Yeah, I don't know how you could think it's nothing at this point, or like a non-story. I'm definitely with you on that. Do you, or does part of you wonder if maybe this stuff, not the Joel Sherman thing, but the public comment from Dombrowski, and now the public comment from Scott Boras is posturing about the contract extension?
Yes.
And
I think I think the Phillies are tired of him. It's probably Boras behind the scenes continue to press them, and they're like, no, man, we're not paying you anymore.
And it rubbed Bryce the wrong way.
That's what it feels like to me. Like, ultimately, if you ask me if I think he'll be traded this offseason, I'd say no. And if you ask me if I would consider trading him this offseason, I would say no. But is it worth monitoring? Is this a situation that we should take seriously? I don't know how you can think otherwise, to be honest.
Yeah, well, your head is in the sand if you don't. I mean,
or somewhere else. Yeah. Your head is.
It's a situation. I mean, again,
out of your ass.
No, I'm just saying, man, because Yeah.
While you think about what you're going to say, I'll go back to what I said last week on this. I just want to say it again very clearly. Could you ever imagine Howie Roseman getting to the podium after a season? And let's pretend in this scenario Jalen Hurts was asking for a new deal, which we have never heard. But let's pretend he was.
Yeah.
And Howie gets to the podium and says, Jalen Hurts, when I think of the elite quarterbacks in the
He ain't
NFL,
one of 'em.
he ain't one of them. He was there once. Maybe he'll get back
Maybe
there.
he'll get
That's
back
up
there.
to him.
Yeah,
his place would melt down if he did that.
But that
Dombrowski did it.
But that's also not the comment of a guy who's preparing to move the guy.
I agree.
Well,
I agree.
It's not a sales job by him.
No,
Well,
it's
it wasn't
not.
a sales
It's not.
job. Or no, it's not a good one.
It's not a sales job, Kyle. But here's what it is. You know that comment is gonna invoke some kind of response.
Well,
Like Boras did.
absolutely.
Because it's like, and you have to be like, it's almost like this. Okay, toilet seat analogy again.
Here we go.
If you
People are eating lunch.
no, okay, that's a bad one. Okay, we'll walk that one back because people are eating. Okay, it's an analogy where if you're with your significant other, right, and you know that if you say something about something that she's done that you don't like, you know it's going to create argument, right?
Right.
But you're prepared for wherever the argument goes at that point.
You've rolled your sleeves up.
You rolled your sleeves up and say, hey, listen, let the chips fall where they may, but I'm going to say what I have to say.
That was Dombrowski.
That's what I'm saying. Just like, okay, this is a better analogy. It's like loading the dishwasher. Your wife or your significant other tells you she's tired of you not loading the dishwasher, right? So you come home and you take a stance and you just leave all the dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know that she told you to load the dishwasher, and you just say, you know what?
You're making
let
a
the
statement.
chips fall with
You're
their
making a
may.
statement.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I mean,
while we're talking about the dishwasher, you know what the problem in my house with the dishwasher is?
What's it?
It's the way I load it is not like.
It's not good.
So we have a very easy understanding. I won't load it then, right? I'm going to load it my way, or we're just not going to.
I'm the only one that loads it because my daughter does not believe in washing dishes.
That seems like a problem. All right, 215-592-9494.
I was just going to say, asking Hugh to not use a toilet seat analogy is like asking a fish not to swim.
I know. It was.
But I cleaned it up because everybody kind of looked like
You know what?
But I can
It's
tell
actually
you were lost.
it's a
without
credit.
that.
I'm
You didn't know where to go.
fix it.
It really, what I saw there was a credit to how many people are here with us at the Deco Food Hall. If this place was half full, I think Hugh would have barreled through with it. This place is packed.
Yeah, it is, and they kind of looked at me like, really, Hugh?
You're like, now
Like,
eating
you're-
lunch.
We know you're an idiot, but
This food is
seriously,
delicious, and you're going to ruin it.
Similar to your analogy, they know what they signed up for
Yeah.
by going there.
That's true. They did.
is that what it was?
And the Phillies now know what they signed up for. Boras for 13 years.
Oh yeah, and you know Boras is going to bring that heat. You know what type of agent he is.
It was a matter of time.
Yes.
So you know what I can't wait for now? I imagine the next
The
time
retort.
Dombrowski will probably speak at either the GM meetings or the winter meetings in the next month or so. You know the first question is going to be your response to Scott Boras' response.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at now. I got my eye on this Bryce Harper thing.